Hey everybody, this is MyCollectables coming back with another video. I'm going to break down the San Diego Comic-Con, a little recap video now that it's just over with and how Veve did there. It was really great. So I just want to talk about a few things from that, review the drops really quickly, but also more importantly, talk about what the announcements for the MCU means potentially for Veve and some of the stuff you could focus on in the app while we all wait for some bigger drops to come. Now this is the end of the month. This is July 25th, 2022. So this is the Monday right after the San Diego Comic-Con. So, maybe we'll get some more interesting stuff that happens in relation to the Comic-Con this week, but I don't think so. I think we're pretty much done with that kind of stuff, but let's get into it in just a sec. So if you do like this video after you watch it, just smash like on it. That would be awesome. But most importantly, please comment down below. Let me know how you think Veve did this weekend. I think they did absolutely amazing, but I really want to know what you think as well. So please comment down below, and you can also follow me on Twitter. The link's in the description of all my videos, and we can talk about it there as well, right? Because I do try to follow everybody back, and so you can let me know what you're thinking there as well, right? And if you want to join this channel as a member, this week I am actually giving more utility to my Drophead program, which is a free NFT you get by joining as a member of the channel. All you got to do is join, and then you DM me on Twitter, and then I can get you your free Drophead, get into the Discord, and start reaping some of the rewards from the utility on my project. It's really fun, right? But anyway, let's get into this. Veve had a great weekend. I want to talk about it quite a bit, right? So let's look at first. I had this slide in my last video, and it was just talking about the marketing. My last video was Veve's winning. Go check that out because I'm getting a lot of good feedback on that. It is really crazy how well they've done and what they're setting us all up for, right? So check out that video. It's my last one. But this is the marketing they did with Marvel was crazy. We saw the booth, we saw everything. So this is really going to be like pushing us forward. I really do think. Now we'll see what happens in regards to how many new users we got, because they did get new downloads. We did have the grossing, the top grossing app in terms of entertainment. Veve is actually rising up. I think they're number 4 in the UK now as a top grossing app, and they're the top 10 in the United States. And this, we'll see how this develops, right? Because I think this marketing, you really couldn't have done it any better, Veve. Full marks for that, right? So they did a great job there. And then we had the drops right here, and these were just 4 of the first ones. I'll talk about the Silver Surfer in a second, but we had the 4 drops right here on top with the Silver Surfer. We had the poster, which is really cool. We had the comic book, which is not bad. We had the Tesseract, which is getting a lot of attention because of the potential gauntlet, collecting all the stones. I did a whole video on that. Check it out. Then we got the Chimichanga truck, which got that weird kind of field around it. All sorts of interesting stuff happening with this particular poster right here. There's talk that it could be a Banksy or something, so I have no idea what's going on with that, right? It's just, the price vaulted up today, and so, you should check out some videos on that of people who are doing that. They're talking a little bit about the posters. There's lots of mystery around these, and they're all individual sets, which is really cool as well, right? So we'll see what happens to these in the future, but I actually like those drops. This is the big one, I think, that people are really, really enjoying is the Silver Surfer. I mean, a lot of people I found out this weekend after we talked about this, they didn't really know the Silver Surfer. So Google him up, go check it out, watch videos about his history. Just so you know, he is a very famous Marvel character, really, really famous amongst comic book collectors and everything. So, he was in the Fantastic Four 2 movie that came out like about 10 years ago or more. And anyway, he's going to show up in the MCU. It's going to happen, and he's going to be really, really cool. He's one of the most famous characters in the Marvel universe amongst comic collectors. So anyway, check him out. And he's doing really well. It's 135 gems or so, and he costs 60, so he's well over double, and we'll see where he goes from here. I know I have one, so let me know if you do as well. But let's get into some of the drops and stuff, the announcements, right? So these are some of the things I wanted to talk about. So the the Black Panther trailer, Wakanda Forever and all that, it was so awesome and got a ton of attention. So these are some of the collectibles we have with Black Panther. The movie's coming out in November, and so we may get more as well, but these have taken a little bit of a bump, which is really good. People are starting to get really interested in that movie. It's going to be a really good one, really emotional and everything, so check that out. That was one announcement I wanted to feature, with stuff we have in the app, right? And then there's another announcement we had was was we had the Secret Invasion announcement. Now, this is with Nick Fury, and this is with the Skrulls and all that. And so, you know, you can go into this and go watch videos all about what the Secret Invasion is. But, you know, we got Nick Fury's FA comic in the app, and it's just going to continue to rise as we get closer to this movie announcement and this release. This is going to be spring 2023. So, you know, it's coming up, but it's all with Nick Fury, right? I mean, so this is a great announcement too for stuff, and we'll get more stuff as we go. And then this is the spring 2024. Now, this is Daredevil's series that's going to be on Disney Plus. This got a ton of attention, specifically because in the MCU, on the screenshot that's in the She-Hulk show, by the way, because that's coming up, there's a screen, like a little moment where the Daredevil comes jumping in and he does a little roll. And anyway, he's wearing like a yellow outfit, just like this. And it's called Born Again. So it's like they're rebooting it. It's the same actor that was in the Daredevil show that people really liked. So this is going to be really good. And he's going to be in the She-Hulk show. And he had a brief appearance in the Spider-Man movie. So you know Daredevil's coming. So his comic book is only going to get more attention. It's already a really nice, valuable comic book in the app. But we might get his actual figure and stuff, so this is going to be really cool moving forward, right? And then another big announcement they did, of course, and I've talked about this a lot, is Quantumania, which of course is the Ant-Man movie. And I was thinking it was coming out in the summer, but it's coming out in February of next year, and that's where Kang's going to be there. He's confirmed already in there as the main guy, Kang the Conqueror, you know, so this is going to be really great. So of course, the Kang comic, I still think it's the best comic we have on the app at the moment, right? So anyway, we'll see what happens, but I've stacked up a couple myself. You might want to start doing some Kang stuff. If you haven't, it's a really expensive comic in the app, but that's for a good reason, right? So check that out. That's coming up too. And then, of course, this I thought was really cool too. In May of 2024, you know, the Captain America, the new movie that's coming. And it's, of course, you know, with Sam Wilson. And so this little guy over here, I've actually had my attention on. I think I'm going to pick up an FA of him. There's a lot of copies of him. So, you know, there's enough for everybody. I think I'm going to grab one of those just for fun. And then I actually, you know, was looking at this comic before I did the video. And this crazy thing happened. Somebody floored a secret rare for like 129. And the next one up was like 200. And thanks to Hinanu, my good buddy in my group, you know, if you're watching this video, big shout out to you, because he was like, hey everybody, check out this one that's 100 below the floor. So I managed to snag the secret rare of that comic, which I had my eye on for a long time, for about 100 less than the floor, with a complete fluke. So you can really find deals right now if you look for them, and that's actually a secret rare I was looking to get. But we have time because this movie's not coming until around May 2024, but it's gonna be another good Captain America movie. So, you know, we'll get more stuff as time goes on, but look for those deals, right? And then this is going to be cool too. So they announced the Fantastic Four in the next phase, you know, and that's going to be great. Like they actually physically announced the date, November 2024. And of course, we have Fantastic Four stuff in the app, right? We got tons of comics and stuff, and we'll probably get more of the characters, you know, in like the premium format. I know we have the Marvel Mighties, which is a really nice set to complete. I actually picked up Doom a little while ago, and I can complete that set for actually really good, not that much. So I'm going to look to do that as time goes on here. And of course, the comic books are great. So as we get further along, the Fantastic Four is going to get more play in Veve. So you could always prepare now while the prices are low. You know, just keep your eyes open. You'll get good deals for sure. There's no crazy rush at all, but you know, just keep your eyes open, right? And then right here, this is the big one for me. This is the huge announcement that they had. This is going to end off all the, like the phase 5. So right now we're in phase 4, okay? And you can watch videos all about this. Phase 4 ends, you know, at the end of the year, and then phase 5 starts, and then this is going to be at the end of that kind of thing. And we're talking Avengers, the Kang Dynasty. So they've now officially announced like Kang, they're going to do an Avengers movie all about him and the whole thing. So like, that's what I'm saying with the Kang comic. It's crazy. And we'll hopefully get a collectible. I would love that. And of course, Doom's in there because the Secret War is the next Avengers that's going to come right after that. And that, I don't know which Secret War version they're going to do. There was 1984, then there was Secret War 2, and then there was another one like more recently. So we'll look into that. We'll get more hints, but Doctor Doom is totally involved in all that. So, you know, these are really exciting times, everybody. I hope you appreciate it just like I do, right? So anyway, let's just cruise back up here really quickly to the top. So like I said, with the Marvels, with what they did with Veve at the Marvel booth, we're going to see how this develops now. But just so you know, there is a major gem squeeze going on with this amazing Fantasy 15 potential comic, you know, the first appearance Spider-Man. So you keep your eyes open, right? Like, I'm not selling any of my good stuff in preparation for that comic. I'm just going to actually load money in if I have to for that comic, and I'm going to keep all my good stuff and look for great deals over the next couple of weeks, because that comic most likely isn't going to drop right away. And so I wouldn't be selling everything and waiting. This is just what I'm going to do. I would be like, you know, looking at these deals, because as soon as that comic comes and it goes, then the other stuff that people sold is just going to go right back up. This is the way it works on Veve, right? And also this month coming up, finally, we're fully operational. So it's a really exciting time. I really want to know what you think about everything that happened. I think the massive success at the San Diego Comic-Con, huge exposure, and we'll see what develops from it, right? Probably not an explosion, but we're obviously going to be growing and growing and growing. And I'm here for the long haul. I hope you are too. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video. Happy collecting, and let's go Kang!